Hi, I'm Eric Burleson, and this is the last video in our three-part series explaining what committees that I serve on. If you want to see the previous two videos, head on over to our YouTube channel in the description below. Today, I will be covering the Committee on Education and Workforce, or Ed and Workforce for short. The committee's name pretty much explains the jurisdiction of the committee perfectly. On one side, you have education issues, which include school choice initiatives, special education, or workforce training issues. On the workforce side, you have things like labor relation issues, workforce safety issues, and retirement issues. The committee's agency oversight portfolio is broad in scope, and it includes the Department of Education, the Department of Labor, and the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, otherwise known as OSHA. Now that we've talked about the committee's jurisdiction, let's talk about what we expect this committee to take up during Congress. Protecting parents' rights is a top priority for myself and my colleagues on the committee. School closures and remote learning that occurred during COVID allowed parents first-hand views into what their children are actually being taught. Parents were able to see that their children were being taught radical subjects like critical race theory, despite the fact that the schools denied that they were teaching this subject. And then when parents spoke out about this in school board hearings, the National School Board Association worked with the Biden administration and had Merrick Garland declare parents as domestic terrorists. It's crucial that we should never let this happen again and ensure that parents have the final say in their children's education. Another top priority of the committee is stopping the Biden free college scam. Joe Biden used the pandemic to push through a radical agenda of student loan forgiveness, which was really just a way for him to pay back all the liberal university elitists that helped him get elected. The cost to we taxpayers is $1 trillion. To be clear, there is nothing free about Joe Biden's loan forgiveness scam. The plan doesn't eliminate this debt. It just places the burden on you and me. It punishes those who paid off their loans or didn't even go to college in the first place. Republicans in our committee will work to rectify this situation and ensure that your taxpayer dollars are never wasted. Now, looking to the workforce side of the committee, advancing worker freedom and not lining the pockets of union bosses is a top priority. Union bosses have been lining their pockets for decades with the hard-working dues of their members, only so they can funnel that money to the Democratic Party so they can keep a hold on power. An employee's decision to join a union, pay dues, or not should be entirely up to the employee. I have already co-sponsored legislation that would end the practice of forcing employees to join a union and provide them the choice. Oversight of retirement savings also falls under the purview of Ed and Workforce and has already been a subject of contention this year. The Biden administration pushed through a radical agenda to force retirement investment funds to focus their money on liberal causes and issues such as ESG. I co-sponsored legislation to stop Biden's rule, stop retirement savings from going into liberal ESG investment vehicles, and make it clear that investment decisions should be based solely on maximizing return instead of funding liberal causes. This week, the House passed a bill to stop this, and the Senate passed a similar bill. And that's education and workforce in a nutshell. As always, head over to our website, burleson.house.gov, to subscribe to our weekly newsletter. I'm Eric Burleson. Thanks for watching.